Hi, you're
Oh, good.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Who's Your Amma podcast. Gwen and I have been having a whole conversation before this even started. So before we get into it, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and rate us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And also, I think you can subscribe on those platforms too. So my guest today is the one and only beautiful Gwen. And I actually have to tell you something. You and I are very close in our pregnancies. And I knew you were pregnant before you announced your pregnancy because all the pregnancy pages on Instagram and the pregnancy posts liked by Gwen. And I'm like, she's pregnant. She's definitely pregnant. And I even told Ollie. Wow.
I guess he wants to really be a part of the podcast
Please
today.
can you come sit here? And I even told Trevino's cousin, I'm like, I have a feeling she's pregnant. Then when you posted, I'm like, I told you she was also pregnant. Because literally everything that I was researching, I saw you were either following that page or you liked them. And I'm like,
I'm not going to lie. When I found out, I obviously started doing a lot of research and then all these pages, the algorithm changes.
Yeah. Oh
so
my
everything on Instagram, everything on TikTok, everything just became about baby stuff and baby products and talking about hacks and tips and stuff. So I was just like, you know what? I actually need to start following these pages now because I'm not going to remember to come back and find these things. So I started following everything and I didn't realize that people were actually going to start noticing.
But I don't think it would have happened to everyone. Obviously, because I was also pregnant and looking at the same things. Before we get into it, and I even forgot because I'm just so excited to talk to you. We've been talking and talking. What has been your rose and thorn of the week? So your highlight and your not so highlight of the week.
I'm going to start with the thorn and I'm also going to try not to cry.
Oh my gosh. Then we're both going to cry.
Guys, the hormones are crazy. Milano looked at me today and he's like, babe, are you okay? Because every little thing, I can go from being happy to so sad to angry
crying,
to happy again in a very short
space of time. Yep.
So, thorn of the week. Milano's childhood dog is not doing well.
No, don't say that. Ollie, please come here now.
So that's actually the reason he didn't come with me today because he's gone to spend some time with him.
Ollie, can you give us emotional support? No, not interested.
Got an emotional support dog. Meantime, the dog needs
the emotional support.
So that's the thorn of the week. He's not doing well. I know. I'm actually going there after this. So that's very sad. My rose of the week, I did my maternity shoot. Ooh! And
is that what you were shooting the other day?
Yes.
Okay.
It was literally, I unintentionally manifested it because I had ideas about what I wanted to do. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to actually do this because it's probably going to end up costing so much. Yeah. And then a photographer reached out to me and he was like, listen, this is the plan. And I was like,
please share the details. Please share details, girl.
I'll share the details.
Because I'm also I don't know if I'm going to do a maternity shoot.
Are you crazy?
Everything is so expensive. Yeah. It's so expensive, which will bring me to my thorn of the week is planning the baby shower. So today my friends even asked us, they're like, I've never heard before where the mother plans the baby shower. And I'm like, but there's no one else in my family.
Why are we so alike?
Are you very OCD type A?
Yes.
Yeah, same. I'm like, no one else is going to plan this baby shower. You see, it's not just me.
And everybody keeps shouting at me.
To everyone in this room who has forced me to give up my registry to my husband. I'm not the only one.
Hey, Trevino, you better do the things. Don't mess it up, boy.
But it's so stressful and This registry has also been so stressful because Indian people just don't understand. I'm like, guys, it's not that complicated.
Yes.
It's literally not that complicated.
Can I tell you something? Number one, I'm also planning my own shower. Yeah. Even though everybody keeps shouting at me. I'm also just like, guys.
I have to do what I have to do.
Number two, I put so much time and effort into putting together my gift registry. Do you think people are buying stuff off of there?
Definitely not.
I've already been told by like 3 people, oh no, I didn't get you anything off the gift registry. I'm like,
Oh
why
my gosh.
not?
Oh my gosh. So
We
I've
need that
heard
stuff.
the registry is too hard to use, or I'm not getting something off the registry, or there was one specific item that I wanted and someone said, I didn't get you this, but I got you the other version of it. I'm like, I don't
What's the
understand.
point
Yeah, I
then?
don't understand.
There's a reason why we choose specific
Exactly.
products.
Exactly. Oh,
Stop talking about us.
I would say my rose for the week is that it hasn't happened as yet, but on Monday I'm going for my 4D scan. So I'm very excited for that.
So it is
I'm
so
super
exciting.
excited. How has your scans been? Like, can you already see features? Because for us, the ears, unfortunately, my poor child has my big ears and my big feet. So we've seen that
God.
already. And how has yours been?
So we've been really fortunate that every time we go, we have been able to see like her face and stuff. So we
Okay.
got so many pictures.
Was it like
of,
that jump scare sound on TikTok where you see the baby like face front and you're like, whoa? Because that's how it
Yeah,
was
do
for
you
me.
know,
I'm
like
like,
sometimes it's so creepy because the baby's like moving
Yeah.
when they're taking like the snapshots, and then you just see like an eye, and it's like, oh my God, it looks very creepy. But
your baby is very active.
she is.
Because I remember before I even announced, obviously I was watching your stuff closely because we're not that far apart in our pregnancies. And I'm like, why is my child not moving? Or why can I not see the movements? Even now, it's like not big movements, but I can
Yeah.
feel them, but you can't see them. And he doesn't always feel them either. So I'm like, what is going on? But your baby has been very active.
She has been. I don't know if it's because of maybe Milano's like a super active person. He cannot sit still. I keep saying, I'm like, this is definitely like 1000% your child. Nobody
Yeah.
can tell me otherwise. But is it also not maybe where your
Placenta.
Yeah.
I don't know. She told me in the beginning that it was a bit low, but then now it's coming up again. So I don't know.
They can move.
The placenta moves, yeah. It is the placenta that moves, right? Yeah, the placenta moves.
Isn't that thing yo, guys, you know what? Let's not even go.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm not saying the right thing, but something did move because she was concerned like at my second or third appointment. And then at the fourth one, she was like, it's fine. It's fine now. Yeah.
Question. How have you been dealing with the transition going into pregnancy? Because I know personally in the beginning it was really hard.
Speak to me
Especially
about the
because-
beginning, like how you found out that for you, and then I'll tell you mine.
Okay. Funny story. So, okay, it's not actually funny. Trigger warning. Mental health. We're going to be speaking about mental health. So I was actually diagnosed with depression last year.
Okay.
And when I was looking back at the timelines, I realized that it correlated with the time that I switched to my new birth control pill.
Okay.
So started seeing a therapist, and she was like, listen, I think it would be best if you actually stopped with the pill. So I stopped with the pill and then was working on my mental health and all of that stuff, just trying to like get right because it was a really like low, dark time in my life. Whew, I'm getting so out of breath.
Do you want something to drink?
I'm okay for now.
I want my. Oh,
Are you having a sip?
It's hot. I'll just have water.
So, stopped the pill and started working on myself. Things obviously started getting better. My period was still regular at that point. Everything was fine. And then I stopped in January
Of last year,
of last year.
obviously, because you were pregnant in December.
And then I stopped getting my period. I think it was in like June or July. And I was like, okay, am I pregnant?
Yeah.
So started taking pregnancy tests. I think I took like 3 or 4 over like a period of time.
Yeah.
They all just kept coming out negative. Milano and I were like, look, if we fall pregnant at this point, like we're okay with it.
Yeah.
We weren't trying any like methods of preventing
Yeah.
pregnancy. And
You are brave.
I was.
You are brave.
I'm
I
not
also
gonna
stopped
lie.
the pill, I think, in 2021. And our method of contraception was pull and pray.
You were praying really hard, girl.
And then when we finally decided that we're ready to have kids, then we're like, okay, might as well. And then it happened.
Yeah. So, where was I? Oh,
Contraception.
yeah. My period stopped. So I didn't get my period for 3 months. And I was so concerned. I went to my gynae. She checked everything. She's like, everything looks good. You're not pregnant. I even did like hormonal tests, which was so freaking expensive, guys. Oh my God. And then I got my period in October. My gynae was like, listen, you're not ovulating. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So
there's no chance.
There's no chance of me falling pregnant then.
Yeah.
Because she was like, if you guys want a baby like right now, I can give you something that's going to force your body to ovulate. And then you guys can do your thing. So we were like, okay, you know what? It's fine. We'll just wait like maybe another year or two. And then, because it's actually my 30th birthday this year in November.
Really?
And we were planning a trip for my birthday.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, listen, let me do my 30th birthday. I saw you guys spoke about it.
Same.
I was like, let me have my 30th birthday and go and party and like be crazy and like us just have like the best time.
Yeah.
And then we can like properly start trying
just
next
live
year.
it up. Yeah.
Because he turned 30 last year.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, after 30, like sounds good. And then I went from not ovulating to suddenly randomly getting my period in October. I fell pregnant in October.
Wow.
So it was literally like...
So no ovulation, period, pregnancy straight after.
Yeah, like
wow.
Period and pregnancy in the same month.
Wow. That's in a very short space of time.
Yeah. So I was like, wow, okay. I didn't know I was pregnant until literally the last day of November.
Oh, because your period wasn't regular.
Yes.
So there were no... But were there any other signs?
Oh, how did I find out? Okay. Girl, the tangents.
The pregnancy brain also.
Yeah. So my period was supposed to come in the same week of my birthday, which is the 10th of November.
Okay.
Period didn't come. So I was like, okay, you know what? It's been irregular.
Yeah.
Gynae said I'm not really ovulating. Well, maybe I was because I got my period. Duh. But anyways, I was like, okay, let me give it some time. It's probably going to end up coming. 2 weeks later, I was like, okay. Just randomly, like I ordered a test, those little HCG tests off of Checkers. I ordered 2.
Didn't even know you could do those.
Girl. Ordered 2 tests. This was on a Tuesday evening. On a Wednesday morning, first thing in the morning, I took the test.
Morning pee. Is it also a test that you have to pee on?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you have to kind of have like a little cup, and then it comes like a little syringe squeezy thingy. And so, anyways, I did it first thing in the morning. Milano had just got out of the shower. He was busy getting ready for work, and I'm sitting there in the bathroom with this positive pregnancy test, and I was like, what the? I was like,
oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
The only symptom that I had was like sore boobs.
Okay.
But sorry guys, TMI. But it wasn't an unusual thing for me.
And
when
also,
I used to
that's
get
also
my
a
period,
symptom of getting your period.
When I used to get my period, my boobs used to get really sore. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna get my period anytime soon. And then boom, pregnant.
So I was 5 days late before I even took a test. Because I'm
you
like,
guys and your 5 days
travel.
and
I'm like, no, I'm like, because you know when you travel, sometimes your period gets delayed.
Okay.
And then also my boobs were sore, so I'm like, maybe my period is just late or whatever. Then my cousin is like, I think you should go take a test. 5 days is a long time to be waiting. Oh my gosh, Trevino.
Hey,
this guy.
Swimmers are swimming.
Oh, is this another episode that our parents can't watch? Probably.
Unfortunately.
So I know on your Instagram, you said that your first trimester wasn't good. You were throwing up a lot. Do you want to share a bit about that and how that felt? Especially because, like, for me, I know my first trimester was during the festive season. and we didn't tell many people. So it was very hard, and especially because we host so much. And it was hard to not host. It was hard to keep lying to people and saying, I'm not coming to your house, or just not being. The worst for me was the gammon. I waited the whole year to eat gammon. And then I smelled it and I'm like, and his mom made it specifically for me. And she came here and she was sitting here and I'm like, I have to just eat this now. Otherwise she's going to know something's not right. But it was just, those were the things that were hard for me. But obviously you had it a lot harder in your first trimester. So do you want to share a bit about that?
Oh, guys, when I think about it, it actually triggers me, hey? So, first trimester, shoo. I was fine. I found out I was pregnant at 6 weeks. We went to the gynae, we did our first checkup, everything was cool. And then I think it was like a week after that, the nausea started kicking in. So at around 7 weeks. Then at around 8 weeks, if I ate something, the nausea would go away. Then the following week, like it was just getting stronger and stronger to the point where I literally started throwing up. So I was like, okay, I've heard that, everybody knows the morning sickness and whatever. So I was like, I didn't think anything of it.
Which is a very inaccurate name because it doesn't only last in the morning.
Why do they call it morning sickness? It's 24/7 sickness. It seriously is.
I thankfully didn't. I threw up once, but that was my own wrongdoing.
Do I even want to know?
Oh my gosh. So smells triggered me and made me feel like, bleh, but I never threw up. The one time that I did throw up, it was at night. I just finished eating. And when you brush your tongue in the first trimester is the worst. And I knew not to do that. I even have a tongue scraper, but I'm like, you know what? I can do this. And then I threw up and I'm like, I was even so confused. I'm like, what is going on here now? It's so weird. But
oh my God. Yeah, no, child. It was bad. I couldn't drink water. It started off really tame, but it just got progressively worse to the point where, like Christmas, the week of Christmas, so that Christmas up to New Year's, I was as sick as a dog. Any random smell would like trigger me. I couldn't stand the smell of like meat. Red meat was just, oh my God. I was vegetarian for a while.
Same. I was looking, this week you posted like a Q&A and you were talking about your first trimester. We ate the same things. Juicy fruit, no meat, lots of water. Yeah.
Toast. A lot of toast.
I wish I could have toast now, but the heartburn.
Really?
Do you have heartburn?
Heartburn from toast?
From bread, any potatoes, anything baked. It's so annoying. And all I want at night is like a peanut butter and jam sandwich, and I can't because I get heartburn.
Oh my God.
I ate a bagel this morning and now it's 3:45 and I can still feel it.
Child, why don't you ask your gynae for like heartburn meds?
I have Gaviscon.
Nah.
But it's just,
that thing doesn't
work. It's so much effort.
It doesn't work, my friend.
It works for me. I just don't like taking it.
You need prescription
I don't like
meds.
taking Gaviscon.
Child, I took Gaviscon and I threw up because that thing is disgusting.
But which one were you taking?
The sachet.
No, yeah, that one is horrible. I have the bottle one and I think it's like aniseed flavored or something. The sachets are disgusting. God, even before pregnancy, I hated that. It was disgusting. It's not for me. The bottle, I can deal with the bottle.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, but do you know what was the hardest part? Is, like you said, people not knowing it. You have to hide the fact that you are sick. That you're tired. Yes.
Because in the first trimester, you are exhausted all the time.
Yes. Everybody was like living their best lives, eating the Christmas
Decembering,
guys. And we just like, must be nice.
Did your gynae say you can have shellfish or not?
Yes, she did.
Okay. Mine said I can't. So... And I was looking forward to the crab curry for Christmas and I'm just like...
But why though?
I don't know. She told me no shellfish. Obviously the usual things like raw sushi and stuff like that. But shellfish, biltong, and she said I can have coffee.
Is your gynae old?
No, she's not old. She's not old, right? How old is she, babe? Like probably in like her 40s or something.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not old. I don't know. Maybe it's because she's Indian. And but I don't not in a bad way, but like the old wives' tales.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
though, because I actually there was an eclipse recently, and
Oh my God.
my
Did
granny
they tell you
phoned
you're not
me,
allowed to
and
go
she's like,
outside?
"Please don't do anything," and I'm like,
Guys, wait.
so I asked my granny, and she's like,
Can
"No."
we talk about the unsolicited advice on social media?
My word. Do you know, that's why part of me waited so long to announce that I'm
Yeah, I
pregnant.
was gonna ask you.
That's why I waited so long to announce. And then now I'm even getting stuff, and I'm like, but guys, I didn't ask. Someone is like, please don't give your baby a bottle until 4 months. I'm like, I want my husband to help me feed. I'm not going to be feeding the whole time
Me
by
too.
myself. Whether I can breastfeed or not, there will be a bottle involved, so he can be involved.
Yes.
And they're like, please don't let your baby have a bottle until 4 months. I'm like,
It's
guys,
such a nice
nobody
bonding moment.
asked. Nobody asked, first of all. How has
Hold
it been for
on.
you?
Oh my God. So, I'm not sure if you saw, I posted that I was eating papaya. Oh, you're not supposed to eat papaya. It can cause. Then there was another one where I said I wasn't feeling well. Don't have holes because
I'm like, sometimes
Holes.
people must Google
holes,
to see
guys.
if these things are like
holes.
real things
Huh.
or if it's just myths. Because honestly, my mother also told me the papaya thing, and then they told me about the eclipse, and I'm like, "Ugh, guys, my granny even went so far as to phone me. Shame. I feel so bad because she loves me so much. She actually flew up from KZN today. She's at my mom's
come
house.
see you.
Yeah, she's gonna be here until baby's here and afterwards. She phoned me and she's like, I know you're Christian and you don't believe in this, but please, for my sake, don't do anything. I'm like, I felt so bad. And just like for her peace of mind, I'm like, okay, I won't do anything. But I don't know. I just felt so bad.
Yo, guys. But yeah, the internet is crazy. Like, I even saw this one content creator, she posted something about having sex while being pregnant, and people were like, oh my God, you can't have sex while you're pregnant. I was like, are you crazy? Are you guys dead serious right now? You think you could hurt the baby?
Yeah.
Well,
I've seen the funnier side of that on TikTok where people are like, it's so weird because there's like a baby in you. Once you look down, you're like,
yes,
I also read though that after sex, the baby can fall asleep because it's the movement that puts the child to sleep. So they'll just be like silent for a while and then they'll wake up again. But I'm like, yo, imagine how awkward it must be. Oh my gosh. So recently when I actually
need-
sex wait and I got heartburn. And I'm like, Jesus, please get me through. Please get me. I don't want heartburn. Oh my gosh.
You're
But
gonna
yo,
make me cry.
yo, the heart. Imagine during sex and you have heartburn.
That is like perfect timing, guys.
True.
Of course.
Trevino, you have to do what you have to do.
So one time, you know how you were saying my baby's really active? The one time we were having sex and she decides in that moment
No.
she's gonna have a dance party.
Oh my gosh. How did you feel mentally?
I looked at Milana and I was like I burst out laughing. I was like, babe, hold on, I need a minute. I can't do this right now. He's like, why? I was like, the baby's moving. And he's like, whoa, okay. I was like, just give me a second. And I was like, maybe we need to switch positions because now
Oh my gosh.
this is it was so weird. It just like it completely snaps you out of that mindset. So I was just like,
You see, yeah, it's definitely not, well, in most cases, it is safe to still have sex while you're pregnant. I think it's just, it can get uncomfortable.
Yes.
Especially if your baby is dancing or something weird is happening.
You're not
and you're like,
thinking about like that.
you're thinking about,
Yeah.
yeah. I feel you 100%. What are some of the things that nobody has told you about pregnancy that you've discovered for yourself? Like, for example, in the beginning, I checked with my cousin. Like, I'm having cramps that feel like period pain. She says it's normal, it's just your uterus. So things like that I didn't know about, and other stuff also. So what are some of the things that you discovered by yourself?
Pelvic pain. Guys, who knew sitting would be uncomfortable?
Oh my gosh.
Like, I literally,
so annoying.
no matter how many pillows you put on the seat or like however you adjust yourself, like your butt just hurts
all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Like, I have obviously a little dresser with my little chair and everything. where I sit and do my makeup and stuff to get done. When I sit on that chair, when I stand up, like my butt just aches and I'm like, I have to carry soft cushiony things with me all the time if I know we're going to be sitting someplace.
Do you have pain in your lower back?
Not so much. It hasn't
Ribs?
been my right side, yes.
Is it like all the time or when you sleep on your
It's
side?
when I'm laying on my right-hand side. Then I get like this pain here in my right.
I sleep
And
on my
you?
back. I know like people
Is it
say...
not uncomfortable?
I sleep
Doesn't
like to the side.
Oh, snap.
No, it's fine. The gender will be out by the time this comes out.
Okay. Doesn't it feel uncomfortable though to have her like on top of you?
Especially when she's on my bladder.
Oh my
The peeing at night is not...
Guys,
I've given myself a cut-off time to stop drinking at 4 p.m. But I still pee.
Really?
I still pee the whole night. So I'm like,
I can't.
might as well
so thirsty
might
all
as
the
well
time.
just... It's so annoying, honestly, the peeing. And it's cold now also to get out of the bed and then... Sorry, not to get out of the bed, to figure out how to get off the bed
How to
first.
roll off
How
the
to
bed.
roll off the bed and move that damn pregnancy pillow out of the way.
Oh my God, the pregnancy pillow. But another thing I didn't realize, or nobody, maybe I just didn't hear about it. The itchy nipples.
Okay.
I
thought you were going to say
cannot.
something else. Because I've spoken about this to someone at church. She's also pregnant. And we've spoken about this. This is so awkward because there are two guys that are looking at us right now.
It's okay. They're not
But,
there. It's okay.
And I even told, oh my gosh, I went to the gynae last week and my little sister came with me. And I had to explain this to her, but I had to explain it in like this. I'm like, there's an aroma that is not familiar to me. And she's like, can anyone else smell it? I'm like, no, it's just me. I hate it. I hate it so much. It's the worst. Because, like, I'm assuming it's because you're peeing more often. But also, like, I'm not drip drying. I'm wiping myself.
Yeah.
Why is there unpleasant fragrance that follows me? I'm like,
For me, it's
I
the
hate it.
discharge.
Really?
The discharge. Guys. And the worst part is like, I don't like to wear panty liners because then you get an infection.
Stop laughing, guys.
Then it's like it's an infection and then it's an issue. So like you just have to rock very absorbent underwear and just pray for the best.
It's a lot. But like,
oh my God, guys.
That thing specifically, I'm like, why didn't anyone tell me? Is there something wrong with me? And then I Googled it and they're like, no, it's a normal thing.
Yeah, I'm also... all hours of the night I'm Googling. Is this normal?
Is this normal? Is this normal? Then also the bleeding gums. I don't know if that happened to you in the first trimester.
No.
It was bad. And then I even went to get it clean.
I could barely brush my teeth in first trimester because the taste of the toothpaste was one thing.
Really?
Yeah.
For me, it was just brushing my tongue that would make me like, even now sometimes I'm like, no. Keep it together. Get it together. We are in the third trimester. We're not doing this.
When your hand's against the wall and you have to start taking deep breaths and you're like questioning your existence.
What's the most random thing that has made you feel nauseous? I know you said water.
Yeah, first trimester I couldn't drink water. The most random thing? I don't know, hey? I think it was water.
Yeah, that is
first trimester.
That is very, very weird. All right.
You?
No, it was just smells for me.
Okay.
But I don't know if you can see that thing. It's one of those bug, those things that spray for mosquitoes and stuff. So we had to have that in December because there's more mosquitoes in summer. And it was the worst thing ever. I hated that thing. I can smell it now. And I can't. And
the trauma.
I had a perfume. It's an Avon perfume that I did as a campaign last year. And I sprayed it during the first trimester and I'm like, I can't. I really can't. And we packed it away. And then now when we were cleaning up the room for baby, I found it and I'm like, oh wait, let me try this again. And now it's back to normal. But in the first trimester, there was a perfume Trevino had that was disgusting for me. I'm like, please. And I could smell it. One time he touched his neck and then like a few hours later, he was putting pizza on a plate. So I took a bite of the pizza. I'm like,
and
why does this? Yeah, I'm like, your perfume is on the pizza. And he's like, what do you mean? I washed my hands. I'm like, your perfume is on this pizza. And I was craving that pizza. Pizza's been a really strong craving for me. What's been some of yours?
They've been so random. In the first trimester, I had like a live or die. I can't even English right now. A life or death situation. Life or death situation.
Die, okay.
Where live or
Live or die.
Where I was like, babe, I need Ocean Basket.
Yeah.
Twice, 2 separate occasions. And both times when we went there, I was like almost in tears when I was eating because I was like, oh my God, this is hitting the spot. But like really icy cold sweet drinks, so like slushies. At Vita, they have this strawberry slushy thing that's just
Did
so
you ever
delicious.
go through the ice cream? What was that one that I liked? Tornado. That paddle pop. It was one of those paddle pop.
Milano and the paddle pops, eh?
Oh, I think I might have one today.
He has one like every single day.
Really?
I have to order paddle pops and me and Checkers. Hi. Checkers 60.
Checkers 6. Uber Eats for me.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Guys,
And it's all the things that give me heartburn, like pizza that I always want.
please go ask your gynae about
The shellfish.
No.
Oh, the heartburn. Shellfish.
Heartburn medication.
I saw on, I think it was very early in your pregnancy. Are we still good?
Shared.
It was still early in your pregnancy when somebody asked you, how is your content going to change? Because it doesn't appeal to everyone.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So how is your content going to change? How are you gonna navigate your life on social media now? Are you gonna show your baby? Because I feel like I don't want to.
So Milano and I spoke about this. He's not comfortable. So initially I was like, okay, maybe for the first year I won't show her face. But I feel like we're just gonna take it as it comes.
Yeah.
But we're definitely not gonna be posting her face. Maybe like her foot, her hand, like cute,
same.
like an outfit or whatever, but not her face. You?
No, I don't even like showing my parents or like older members of the family because I feel like there's too many weird people that live in this planet. And then also I was checking like on TikTok, you know, for us it's those cute videos of like a baby's foot when they take the sock off. And then there's comments that like, why are there so many saves on this post? What are people watching this for? And I'm like, you know what?
Do you know, I'm actually one of the things that keeps popping up on my algorithm right now on my For You page is stuff about pedophiles. And it's creeping me the heck out. Guys.
Oh, she's moving. Can't even see it.
Hi.
She is moving. You and Milano come from obviously 2 different cultural backgrounds, both very colorful, both with a lot of tradition. How are you going to incorporate this into your baby's life?
So I don't think that we have a set plan. For both of us, it happened naturally through our families. And in our families, we have a lot of different like
Cultures.
religions, cultures. So I think it's just going to happen naturally through, you know, us spending time together with the different family members and celebrating all the different holidays together. Obviously, we're going to teach our baby that no one specific religion is right over a different one, or they don't teach any wrong. So we're going to expose her to all of it, and whatever she decides that she enjoys, she's most welcome to follow that when she's older. Because personally, that's what happened with me.
Okay.
So my mom's Christian, dad's Buddhist, but when they got married and all of that, they didn't really practice a lot, but they still did like
The main
certain
things,
cultural things in the home. And so my brother and I obviously picked up on both sides. And then it's funny because when I moved to Joburg, I met Milano and whatever, and I started joining him for like his traditional prayers and stuff. I felt really connected to all the different Tamil prayers that they were doing. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so weird. Is this where I'm meant to go? And so see me rocking my red string.
Going to Kavadi,
Patasi, all of those different things. So yeah,
That is interesting.
Hopefully she's gonna figure out something that she enjoys for herself.
Yeah. I think it's also very not sweet. What is the word? I think it's also very exciting that both cultures are so vibrant and so colorful, and there's so much history and tradition. And is there anything that, like I was telling you about my granny and the eclipse, is there anything of those traditional things that you like, it's not for me? Or have you just been letting the old people tell you whatever?
My dad is a very firm believer in women not drinking cold, icy things.
Okay.
And that's one thing I'm just like, Dad, I love you, but
Coke hits differently when you're pregnant.
it does.
It's
it
so
really
good.
does.
It's
And
so
like,
good.
I'm the type of person, I can't drink water if it's room temperature.
Yeah.
It has to be ice cold,
Okay.
which is,
Yeah, that's
it
not
sounds
me.
so bougie for me. But yeah, that's one of the things. And also, not from my parents, but one of Milano's friends was like, oh my God, when you're pregnant, you're not allowed to look at the stars. Like, there's so many different things. And I'm just like, listen, if my gynae did not tell me this,
Yes.
I'm happy to keep doing it.
You and I also have, so we've had similar cravings. We're very close in our pregnancy, but the one thing that we have very polar opposite differences is our birth plans.
Okay.
From the beginning, there's so many women I've spoken to, they were like, I've always wanted to go natural, but vaginal, but then I had to do a C-section. From the beginning, I have been C-section, all the meds, all the drugs, give it all to me.
Yes.
You are the opposite. Do you want to share about that, how you came to this conclusion? Because I was even reading you don't want to be on your back.
Yeah.
So do you want to share?
So I have a lot of women in my life who have had both natural birth and have gone for C-sections. And every single one of them said that they preferred the natural birth, the
Really?
healing of the natural birth.
So everyone for me has told me the opposite.
That is crazy.
I don't think they've specifically meant about the healing,
Yes.
but everyone was just like, just go for C-section. No one in my life has encouraged me to go natural. There is one of my friends who, she was in the beginning also C-section, then she went natural, but she eventually ended up doing C-section. But no one has encouraged me to do natural.
Honestly, I am scared of having surgery.
Okay.
If I don't need it, then I don't feel like it's necessary for me. I would rather, because imagine now being cut across here. Well, okay, for you, that's your decision. It's
For
okay.
me, that's what I want.
For me, I'm just like, it's okay. Women have been doing this. I don't know how long humans have been on this earth, for hundreds and thousands of years. And we're okay. Like, there are women giving birth in the bush outside, guys. Why can I not do it? That's me personally, how I feel. So I was like, I would just like to go as natural as possible. If I could have it my way, I would also have a water birth because I hear it's very relaxing and calming for the body. But I'm very comfortable with my gynae, and unfortunately, they don't have water births there at that hospital. So,
do you have a midwife, doula?
I don't.
Okay.
Personally, I just feel like the midwife that's going to be there at the hospital, I'm fine with.
Yeah, same.
Because the hospital is really good. And we've had really great service every time we've gone there. And all the women are all the people that work there are just so warm and welcoming and so helpful. So I feel like I'm very comfortable to just leave it in their hands with whoever's going to be there.
Do you also have a gynecologist that doesn't work with medical aid?
Yeah.
So you pay
cash. And she's fucking expensive.
Do you also pay cash for the delivery? Because we have to pay cash for the delivery. We paid our 50% deposit, and now I'm like, and I tried to claim it back from the medical aid, and they're like, without an invoice, we can't. And you only get the invoice after you pay the full amount, which is after the birth. So we can only claim back this money when the baby is here. I know. And I tried. I sent them procedure codes, practice numbers. They're like, no, we need
Who's
the
your medical
invoice.
aid?
Discovery.
No. So you're telling me they're only going to pay us when we're done?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is stressful.
Yeah. It's not nice. That's why even today I'm like, we need to at least find a pediatrician that works with medical aid.
Yes.
Because cash up front. And then I was looking at our medical aid yesterday and our savings is so low. And in the beginning, I phoned Discovery and I'm like, please make sure all my gynae visits are coming out of the maternity benefit, not our savings. But now it looks like it's coming out of the savings because we have 6,000 Rand left for the year. And I'm like, how is this possible? So
Oh my God.
I told Trevino he must deal with it. I'm not doing this.
Guys, let me just tell you something. Pregnancy is expensive. Pregnancy is expensive.
Do you know, 2 weeks ago, I was so ready to cancel the baby shower. I'm like, the amount of money we spent on this baby shower, we could have done everything on the registry, done the entire nursery, and still had change.
Same.
You see? Why is everything so expensive? Yo.
I want to cry. We could have gone on a holiday.
Exactly. And done a baby moon and done everything.
I'm so sad.
It's a lot.
But you know one thing about you Indian people is how big your families are.
How many people are coming to your baby shower? Are you doing it combined with the men also?
Yes.
How many people are coming?
80.
Okay. Our wedding was 80, 90 people. Our baby shower is 100. Joseph said, oh yeah, you're doing Coachella. I'm like, it's a lot of people. And we were even talking about it. And Joseph is like, is there no one you can like uninvite? Everyone that we invited is necessary people. There's no one that's just there for fun. So we can't cut the list at all. Unless we cut off the whole gender of males, which I don't want to do. I want them there.
You know what? As much as I am so excited to be having a joint baby shower, I kind of wish that I had done just
next time. We know for next time what to do.
Yeah. Because I mean, we also did a gender reveal and I was trying to keep it small.
Yeah.
I really was trying to keep it small and it ended up being huge.
Wow.
Not on purpose. It was by accident because Milano just was like, oh, we forgot to invite this person and we forgot to invite this person.
To me, a week before the baby shower, I'm like, no,
I'm done. Milano off. I was like,
if
you invite any more people, they're going to be sitting on the grass and they're going to have no food to eat. We even had to hire
extra like couches and stuff because our venue only caters for 50 people. So if you go above 50 people, you still have to pay per head. And there's still people that are like, I'll let you know if I'm coming or not. I'm like,
no.
Indian people.
Do you know what I did? I messaged everybody like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, listen, this is the date. This is the time. This is the venue. Are you going to make... No. Are you going to make it? Then from that, I compiled the actual list.
Yeah.
So I managed to get people's responses early.
Okay.
So it's okay if people don't end up coming, but it's not going to be okay if more people end up coming because it's too much.
It's expensive. Hey?
It is expensive.
It's so expensive.
And I don't think people realize how expensive it is.
We were actually, jump. We were talking about it today. We've been grateful.
Hi, Bab.
Our family has done a lot. Like my aunts have completely paid for all the food. So all the food is being done by them. Then one of Trevino's aunts and my dad have given us money. Trevino's mom bought some cold drinks and stuff and given us money also. So
those little things really help.
They do. But then when I was looking at what we spent, still, excluding what everyone's done for us, it is crazy. It's so bad. I don't even want to say the number. My mother will beat me up. I'm not even gonna. So we said we were going to do a big baby shower because we didn't do a gender reveal.
Yes.
On purpose.
Yes.
And now I'm like, hey, gender reveal might have been cheaper. I just left it there.
Oh my God. You know what? It's okay.
It's our first child.
It's our first baby.
Yeah.
That's what I keep telling myself. Because even today, Milano was like, yo, babe, the photographer and the videographer is like.
So I didn't get a photographer. I'm going to get a cousin to take candids. Mm-hmm. We have someone in this room who can take really nice photos, but I want him there as a guest. I want him to relax. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying today. I'm like, I don't want our friends to work. I just want them to relax, to chill. Everyone must just come there for a good time. So we got a photo booth and we got a videographer.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Look, I had a photographer for the gender reveal. Mm-hmm. I didn't have a videographer.
Okay.
And
so who did your reels for you? Because I'm not gonna.
I managed.
You did it yourself.
I told my friends,
Okay.
please take snippets on the day.
Okay. But see, you had like Vongai there, and Vongai knows what she's doing.
I didn't actually even ask her.
Oh, I would have asked her. I would have been like,
like
Vongai.
we were so rushed that day. We were so rushed. Like time just flew. So I didn't even think to ask her, but I asked my friend Deborah and my other friend Zipporah. So, oh no. Can I answer
You can.
this? I don't know what this is. Okay. Are you able to keep the items there with you at the gate, please? Thank you.
Is it stuff for your nursery?
It's stuff for the baby shower. Where was I?
Your friends were creating content.
So I just asked them, I was like, listen, Deborah is a content creator.
Okay.
And she's so good. So I was like, listen, girl, you best be taking all this video. She's like, don't worry, I got you.
Yeah.
So I put together a WeTransfer folder and everybody just transferred everything there. And then I took clips that I liked.
That's smart.
And I
I'm
made
gonna
gender
do
reveal
that,
video.
Joseph. This is gonna come out after
Just
the baby
ask
shower, but I'm gonna
everybody-
find Joseph, Clive. We've got them.
Just ask everybody, use your phone.
Yeah.
Everybody's got iPhones these days, you know, quality is banging.
But the
just-
young people, not the aunties that are gonna tilt it and
no. And take it
45
sideways.
Yeah, no. Please. And then there's a thumb in it.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie, it turned out beautiful, but I am so anal about my content, and there was a lot of things that we didn't get that I wish so badly that we had gotten. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to be stressed about this on the day.
Yeah.
Let me get a videographer, photographer.
Yeah.
You guys do y'all's thing.
Yeah.
I want to
I'm
chill.
just gonna be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to chill. I want to have a good time. And I was like, I just want this to be captured perfectly.
Was the gender what you were expecting? If you don't mind sharing. Because I have also something to share.
So Milano was dead set. From like, he was like, we're having a girl.
Okay.
I kept having dreams that we were having a boy.
Same.
It's so weird.
Same.
It's so weird. And I don't know. I was really doubtful. I was like, maybe we're having a boy. I kept preparing myself. I was like, listen, I'm happy either way, but I'm scared of having a boy baby because I wouldn't know. Like, boys are just, I feel like there's so much that you have to deal with, like a little penis and like erections and peeing everywhere. And like, I was just like, I don't know how to deal with that. Like, that scares me. So I think I was mentally preparing myself.
Okay.
And then boom, we're having a girl. So I kept saying, I feel like I'm going to enjoy so much being a girl mom.
Yeah.
Because I'm such a girly girl.
Yeah.
And I'd love to share that with my baby girl.
Okay.
You?
She is moving. So for me also in the beginning, even before falling pregnant, Trevino and I actually never ever even entertained the idea of having a girl. Ever. From the time we started dating, we always like, we're going to have 2 sons. It's just something that we've always said. And then like last year, I would dream about this specific boy. And my cousin who gave birth a few weeks ago, her cravings were the exact same as mine. Tomatoes, juicy fruit, water, like no meat. So I'm like, okay, she's having a boy. I have a feeling that I'm also going to have a boy. And I wasn't disappointed when we found out. So I didn't do a gender reveal because my personality will not allow me to wait. And someone else knows the gender and I don't. I'm like, I need to know now. So we found out in the doctor's room and she's like, it's a girl. And I'm like, can you double check? She said, I'll triple check, but it's definitely a girl. And I wasn't disappointed. We were just shocked. We were both like, we've never expected this. So like you said, you were scared of having a boy. I was scared of having a girl.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wasn't the best teenager in my like early teen years.
Oh, child,
to my
neither
mom.
was I.
My mom and I didn't always have the relationship that we have now. And I said that to one of my friends and she's like, but you know that this is the opportunity for you to have that relationship now. I'm like, I didn't think about it that way. Fine, whatever. But it was stressful. And then also recently in church, we were talking about it after church with all our friends. And I don't think, obviously God's plans will happen at the end of the day, but I don't think that if I had a son first, I don't think that I would have been a good mother-in-law one day. I feel like I would have coddled that boy. I would have made him a mommy's boy, because in the past, I've had daddy issues. So I wanted a son for my own selfish reasons. I wanted it to be someone that's mine and only mine. So I 100% don't think I would have been a good mother-in-law one day.
That is some intense introspection, hey?
Yep. Because now that if we have a son next, and I also don't want to be that person who treats their son and daughter differently in terms of like the gender roles and things like that. It must be equal for both of them. If one is allowed to go out with friends at a certain age, the other must be allowed to do the same.
Agreed.
So I think having a daughter first will help me with that. I am still scared of, and I was telling Trevino this morning, it's so weird. We were watching Never Have I Ever, and they started having sex, and I'm like, I cannot. My child, my daughter, one day, I cannot. Imagine like G-strings. What? So I was panicking, but also when I think about it now, it makes so much sense because my mom raised me as a single mom for many years. My granny is a strong woman. My aunts, I'm so close to them. There's so many strong women in my family. There's strong women in Trevino's family that I married into. So it just makes a lot more sense now that I think about it.
Yeah. God knows what you need, eh?
Hey, that's true. That is true. But honestly, I felt like I wasn't going to be a good mother-in-law one day if I had a son first.
Girl.
Maybe things would have changed, but right now, if that happened, it wasn't going to go. There was going to be some bumps in the road, and it just wasn't going to be a good time.
I'm not going to lie. This pregnancy it made me like really focus on fixing my issues.
Same.
Because I was like, that's one thing that I was really scared of. Milano's always been, he loves kids. So for the longest time, he was like, let's just have a baby. Let's have a baby. Let's have a baby. And I was like, I don't think I'm ready. I'm not ready. Because I knew like I had so many things going on and so much unhealed trauma.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that the year that I start going to therapy full on, I end up falling pregnant. And I've actually like taken so many steps towards fixing a lot of that childhood trauma that I feel like I've become a better partner. Firstly, I've become a better version of myself. Then I've become a better partner. So I feel like now when I think about it, I'm like, you know what? I'm actually going to be a pretty present mom, I feel. Because I know like certain things that I had to deal with as a kid. And I was like, I definitely do not want
and it's not that
to carry this over.
Our parents were bad. They did the best with what they could, with the knowledge that they had.
Yes. But we're definitely breaking generational curses.
Amen to that. It's hard. It's not easy.
So hard.
It sounds like something easy to do, but it's not easy. Even I think it was an episode of Grownish that we were watching, and the little boy had a shirt, and I told Trevino, I'm like, read what his shirt says, and it said, get therapy so your children don't have to. And I'm like, oh, there's so many things that, these things that just pop up now when you're thinking of how you're going to parent, and you're like, that actually doesn't seem right. Is there another way to do this? You mature a lot.
Yep.
And you have to, even like you were saying about you've become a better partner. Like I said, I had daddy issues in the past. So Trevino is like my man. He's the one man that's there all the time, and he has to be there because he's my husband. And then I was thinking, I'm like, he has to be there. I'm thinking like, everyone's like, when you have a daughter, they take the father away or whatever, those things.
Yes.
So in the beginning, it was very frustrating to me. And he could see that I would get annoyed. And he was like, obviously, our relationship is going to change. We're going to become parents. But you are the number one woman in my life, and that's not going to change.
It's scary though, right?
It's scary. It is. And it makes me feel uncomfortable also, because I'm like, I've waited so long to have a present male figure that's not going to leave. And now there's another girl coming into the picture. And he's like, I'm just
like
getting
she's just
another
taking her
bestie.
away.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just getting another best female friend. That's all that's happening. It's not that you're going to be second or anything. So there's a lot of inner work that has to be done. And it's obviously not the end of the journey. We're going to realize things a year from now, 2 years from now with our children. And we're going to be like, wow, I don't think that's how it should have been done. Let's work on this.
I feel like as soon as you find out that you're pregnant, the mental shift is so crazy. Like, how do I even phrase this right now? There's so much inner work that nobody else knows is going on that has to take place.
Did you feel like, so maybe this will help you share more. I felt like I was a very selfish person with my time. Like, this is time for my husband and I now. We don't want anyone else in our house. It's just for us. Trevino and I can spend money however we want to, not worry about diapers or fixing a room or whatever.
But
we
that's
can go
natural,
out.
though.
And then when I realized that we were pregnant, I'm like, a lot needs to change now. It's not just going to be you and I anymore. We can't just be wild with our spending. So those were some of the things that in the beginning I was like, oh, I don't know. There's no going back, but I don't know. How did I get here?
Yeah. Sure. Look, I think that mindset is like a natural part of becoming parents. I think the thing that was scary for me was that something that you were actually talking about, you and Trevino were talking about in the first episode, was that we feel so young.
Yeah.
Even like we aren't. I mean, we're going to be 30.
Yeah.
But we feel so young. And for me, whenever I thought about like parenthood, I always connected it. I always associated it with like
older people.
Yes. With old people, with rigidness, with no longer having fun.
Yeah.
With no spontaneity, no adventure.
I think that's why it's important for platforms like this to highlight these things, but also to have parents in the same age group.
Yes.
Like Joseph and his wife are also around our age. They have a child. And it's interesting to see how this generation parents, where you can still have fun. You can still be husband and wife.
Yes.
You don't have to be frumpy. You're going to have those days. It is what it is. But you don't have to be like that bad stereotype
it's like
of a parent.
Your life ends now because you're becoming a parent. I think that's one of the biggest, scariest things is people make it seem like the end.
Yeah.
You know, like your time is done.
Yeah.
It's up now. Whereas we can still be hot moms.
Yep.
We can still go on date night. We're still going to be a couple.
Yeah.
We're still going to have time for each other. We're still going to focus on me and you.
Yeah.
Now we just have
a baby.
A half and half.
Yeah.
A half you and half me that's going to be running around the house.
When we found out we were having a girl, we spoke to, so like I said, there's many women in our family. We spoke to the younger cousins. And Trevino was saying that all the girl dads he knows are grumpy uncles. And he doesn't want to be a grumpy uncle. So we asked the girls, we're like, what are some of the things you would like me to know? And they were like, no one's ever asked us how we feel. I'm like, that's so sad. So some of the things that they said, and it was so eye-opening. Some of the things were like, if you work a lot, when it's family time, I don't want your phone anywhere there. You don't always have to spend money on me. Let's watch a movie together. Yeah. So it was like
the girls saying what they would have liked to have with their parents.
With their parents.
I get you.
And I was like, wow. And then I even told my mom, I'm like, please speak to dad. This is what my sister says. And she was like, yeah, I tell him, but he doesn't listen. It is obviously like the older generation of dads. They do have traumas that they haven't dealt with.
Yes.
So the way they parent is different from how we would like to parent. But it's just a journey that we're going to have to take one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, even one cry, one bottle, one nappy at a time. Is there any...
my gosh, I have a question.
Okay.
What has been like the most annoying thing? Like people that are parents, when they say to you, oh,
just wait until...
Yeah.
I hate all of them. I don't want to know. Don't invalidate how I feel now.
Why must you
I'm telling you now
sprinkle
that I
negativity?
can't sleep. don't say wait until the baby comes. I know I'm also not going to sleep then, but now I can't sleep. So how is that going to help me? You telling me I'm not going to sleep then. I know.
Oh my God.
Just let me be here.
We're the same then.
Yeah.
We're the same.
Yo.
Same.
Gosh. You and I have been speaking for a long time.
We have been.
A long, long time. Is there anything that you would like to share in closing?
I think mamas that are going into motherhood, don't let anybody make you feel any type of way for any decision that you're making for yourself.
Yeah.
Do things for you.
Yeah.
If people want to give you advice and if the advice is helpful, then take it. But I feel like there's so much misinformation out there and so much people just love to unintentionally rain on your parade. Don't let it get you down. I feel like just make decisions that feel right for you and be confident in what you want, and know that this is not the end. This is the beginning.
Yeah.
And you can still do all the things you want to do. You can still achieve all your dreams with a baby. I've seen so many women do it. Just keep living your life.
I like that. I like that. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much
You
for
have
having
been,
me.
I think, my most fun guest because we're both on the same journey. So we've had a lot to talk about off camera, on camera. We could probably still go another hour.
Oh my
God. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will link all her socials in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, for listening. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts, and to rate us on Apple and Spotify. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.
Bye.